October 15th, 2025, episode 606, episode 606, let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. Shall we? Woman found guilty of first-degree murder in 2022 killing of romantic rival in Tamarack.
The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree.
Guilty is what this family has waited to hear for more than 3 years.
We finally have some justice for Kayla.
A jury found Sakina Thompson guilty of killing 23-year-old Kayla Hodgson in 2022. Prosecutors argued Thompson surprised Hodgson at her Tamarack apartment, confronted her about the two of them dating the same man, and then stabbed her to death.
This is a textbook definition of premeditated murder. There was no way you were ever going to convince a jury that this was self-defense when you yourself traveled 1,200 miles to this woman's home. This wasn't like a random scuffle in a Walmart parking lot and things just went sideways. Then they have it documented and admissible. You chirping off hostilities at Hodgson. You show up to her place and she ends up dead. And you look like Tariq St. Patrick in the face. Just all else. A jury on Tuesday found a woman guilty of first-degree murder in the killing of her romantic rival back in 2022 in Tamarack. Sakina Thompson, 31, was convicted in the July 22 killing of 23-year-old Kayla Hodgson. She could face life in prison, which is a strong possibility the way Hodgson's family showed up for her, and I'm pretty sure any parole-type situations, they're going to be there for that too. Hodgson's family cried tears of joy over the verdict and hugged each other in the courtroom.
We're so thankful in this moment that the jury was able to see the story for what it is, that Kayla did not deserve to die the way that she did.
Defense attorneys insist Thompson didn't start the fight. They say Hodgson hit Thompson first and cut her stomach with a piece of glass.
This whole I'm coming to you as a woman or let's talk woman to woman, it never ends well, does it? Hodgson had to be the more mature of the two despite being the younger of the two and just block her ass as she should. Grow the hell up. Nobody stole your man. Your man escaped you. He could have easily hopped burrows and found himself a Bronx woman that keeps razor blades in her mouth, but he was spitting for distance. He wanted to get the hell away from you. People get left every day, B. You'll be all right. You tough, right? Prosecutors accused her of flying to South Florida from New York days before the murder with the intent of killing Hodgson. They said Thompson was jealous that Hodgson was dating Thompson's ex-boyfriend. See, this is what needing closure gets you. You don't need closure at all. Closure leads to conflict. Conflict leads to confinement. During the trial, jurors heard 4 hours of closing arguments that were centered on whether Thompson planned to kill Hodgson or whether Thompson acted in self-defense. That is a stretch. In July of 2022, prosecutors argued that Thompson surprised Hodgson at her Tamarack apartment at 5 a.m., confronted her about the two women dating the same man. How the hell did she know where this woman lived? And then stabbed her to death.
Thompson claims Hodgson attacked her.
Punching me.
Punching you where?
My face.
Where on your face? Point to it for us.
I don't remember, but everywhere on
You
my
don't
face.
remember where she was punching you in your face?
In my face.
I mean, this is why you killed her, right?
No.
Right?
No.
It's not?
No.
You didn't kill her because she was fighting you?
No, I killed her because she took the glass from the hookah and slashed me across my stomach.
Thompson says she was 2 months pregnant at the time. She says Hodgson cut her stomach with a piece of glass. Thompson grabbed the glass and then blacked out.
Basically, she hunted this young woman down and killed her like bro was the last man on earth. We're talking about a grown-ass man here. He's where he wants to be. This is one of the most selfish things a person can possibly do, is to take someone's life over a person that doesn't want them. It doesn't matter why they left or who they left you for. That looking back will jam you up. It'll ruin your life more times than it gives you the answers that you think you need. Being violated in your own home, in the sanctity of your own home, is a scary thing, said Tanya Johnson, an assistant state prosecutor. What's even scarier is being attacked. She stabbed this woman multiple times, dozens of times, being brutally murdered in your own home, and that person getting away with it. Defense attorneys insisted Thompson didn't start the fight and said Hodgson struck Thompson over the head and cut her stomach. It doesn't matter. She shouldn't have been there in the first place. They said the killing was unfortunate, but it was only Thompson's attempts to save her own life and the life of her unborn child.
When Thompson took the stand earlier in the week, she admitted she killed Hodgson because her life was in danger and she was pregnant.
She thought, oh God, she's coming for me and my baby. That's when she grabs the glass and then she blacks out.
After the murder, Thompson admitted she changed into the victim's clothes, cleaned up some of the scene, and that she was too scared to call police. She also threw evidence in the trash.
You mean to tell me you flew from Queens, all the way to Florida to do this? Fort Lauderdale is right there. Miami isn't too far off. You're 2 months pregnant. You could have easily took this as an opportunity to decompress, put your toes in the sand, get yourself some sunshine. Even an Oscar-winning performance from a top defense attorney would never be able to clear the question of what the hell were you doing there in the first place, uninvited. Even the fact that you know this woman's address is wild in itself. The state said Thompson tried to conceal her identity that night by coming to the apartment in a hat and a COVID-19 mask and used a fake Uber account to get there and back to her hotel. This was thought out from the time she got on the plane, during the flight, got off the plane, all the way to this woman's apartment. You can't tell me anything different. The defense countered that there's no evidence Thompson bought a weapon and that Hodgson let her in to her home, but she threw away some of the evidence and she tried to clean up the murder scene. So what about that? The defense countered there's no evidence Thompson bought a weapon. That means nothing. And that Hodgson let her into her home. That doesn't change the fact that she killed her.
And the moment I heard guilty, it was what we all needed for closure in this moment, to move forward, to start our healing process. It's been a long 3.5 years.
Of course, I love to hear your thoughts on this. I love to hear your opinions on this. When you're laying on your bunk for the duration of your sentence and you think to yourself, how did you get here? That woman is never coming back. You'll never have a chance to apologize to her, and you'll never get the man that you supposedly did this over, and you still look like Tariq St. Patrick in the face. No winners here. Investigation into prisoner being shot inside Mount Vernon police transport van.
Well, sources are telling me tonight that gun was stashed in this prisoner's buttocks, and he managed to get into this prisoner transport van undetected after he saw a judge. And now 2 police officers are in the hot seat, and another prisoner is in the hospital tonight with that gunshot wound to the leg. Now, within the last 10 minutes, the suspect, Luis Soto, went before a judge for the second night in a row.
A pedophile using his butt pocket to smuggle firearms into jail was not on my bingo list. This man is a certified menace to society. I'd hate to know where he keeps his bullets. Whether it's a revolver in the rectum or an automatic in the anus makes no difference. This is the epitome of nasty work. An investigation is underway into a bizarre shooting in Mount Vernon. Now, if you're not familiar with Mount Vernon, it's okay. It's the Bronx. It's always the Bronx. Police say shots were fired inside a prison transport van, sending one man to the hospital with a gunshot wound. Investigators are trying to figure out where the gun came from. It came from another man's ass, and how it even ended up in the van. 2 Mount Vernon police officers are on modified duty, as they should be, as the investigation moves forward by the Mount Vernon Police Department and the Westchester County District Attorney's Office. Pulling a gun out of your asshole like a magician pulls a rabbit out of a hat at a kid's birthday party. The van wasn't even driving that long before they heard the shot. So the question is, if they were properly secured in the back, how the hell was he able to retrieve his weapon so fast? Did the van hit a bump? Did some unexpected flatulence occur, causing the gun to discharge and ruining his chance to sneak a gun all the way into the jail? Using your butthole as a prison holster is a level of institutionalization that I have never seen before or cared to know anything about.
You see him as he was brought in with his hands behind his back under heavy security. He was remanded into custody, and he is now going to be sent back to the Westchester County Jail tonight, 24 hours after this harrowing incident unfolded. The shooting happened while the prisoners were being brought to the jail inside of a Mount Vernon police transport van, 7 o'clock last night. Officials say that the person was shot by a fellow prisoner who'd smuggled the gun into the vehicle on his body.
The vehicle traveled less than half a mile when a shot was fired. Did you hear that, partner? Turn that Taylor Swift album down and let's check on the inmates. The officers reported hearing a single gunshot in the rear of the van, followed by a prisoner stating that he'd been shot. Chief Olivier said the van returned to police headquarters, not the hospital, for the shot inmate, where a .22 caliber gun was recovered, a stinky .22 caliber gun. Police say 32-year-old Luis Soto of the Bronx, it's always the Bronx, had hidden the weapon, which somehow went undetected after his arrest. Soto was initially arrested for sexual assault of a minor. This is only speculation on my part, but what I think could have happened was that he planted the gun in his uterus when the cops came and got him for that initial arrest, and everybody that came before him figured out, hey, the guy before him searched him, the guy before him searched him, the guy before him searched him, until now he's finally going to jail and he still has the gun on him. Mount Vernon modified its search policy after a scathing report last year by the Justice Department, which concluded officers conducted an excessive number of strip searches. This is what happens when big government comes in and wants to micromanage. These type of little things slip through the cracks and become big things. Police say magnetometers will now be used to screen prisoners. Community activists say the shooting is the result of a deeper problem within the department.
So many good officers, experienced officers have left this department for better pay, retired. You have rookies training rookies right now in the city. For them to say that DOJ excuse to fall back far as the strip searching, we're not going to handle that. We're not buying that.
I don't completely agree with this because two things can be true at the same time. You got your more experienced officers aging out or moving to greener pastures. That can cause a shift in the department. And you can also have the DOJ at the same time telling people, oh, you're doing too many strip searches. If you're the DOJ, you should have rolled out those magnetometers the very same day that you told them we're not doing strip searches like that anymore. You can't take away one method without replacing it with something as effective or more effective. You still have to be thorough in searching these inmates for the safety of the inmates and other officers. Statistics be damned. No one else was injured in the incident. All it takes is one person. One person is more than enough. You can transport 1,000 inmates. You could transport 10,000 inmates, but that one time you don't follow procedure and one slips through the cracks, that count means nothing. The prisoner remains hospitalized with a gunshot to his lower leg, and I'm pretty sure he's on the phone with a lawyer as we speak. The prisoner who was accused of firing the gun is set to be arraigned on additional charges. Of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. Do you think there really can be such a thing as excessive strip searches when they can be properly justified and they're involving the safety of other inmates and other officers alike? Fun show, fun show, fun show. The music for this episode is from Dakota Parker. Get your music from Dakota Parker. I'll leave the contact information down here at the bottom. If you're a producer and you would like to have your music featured on an episode of this podcast, reach out to me on any one of my socials. I'll leave the contact information up here at the top. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. Find me wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. I am there. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I'll be sure to talk to you guys very, very soon. Jusqu'à la prochaine fois. pulling a gun out of his asshole like a magician pulls a rabbit out of a hat at a kid's birthday party.